Okay, look who stopped by. GM of the Eagles, Howie Roseman is here. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
I like our sunglass vibe.
I feel like I feel like it's a very calm introduction. It's very laid back, not very non-Philly introduction.
It's the opposite of your head coach's conditioning camps, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, we got to finish better, that's for sure. And I know that Coach has made that a priority. He's done a tremendous job of our starts, and obviously 2022 didn't finish the way we wanted to, and last year didn't finish the way we wanted to. So I think for us, it's kind of that kind of chip on our shoulder, and it starts with the off-season program and then going into training camp.
Who holds him back? I feel like left to his own devices, that man would be having these guys dragging semi-trucks with their teeth across this parking lot. Who reels him in?
I think one of the misperceptions of Nick is how great of a listener he is. He wants all the information. He wants to understand what's been successful. He knows that in 2022 we played the Super Bowl with 22 of our starters from training camp, which is really hard to do, especially when you're sitting here. It's not even August. And so that's never a problem with him, as long as you have the conversations with him. He's a great listener, and he wants to make the right decisions for our team.
How's your relationship? How would you describe it at this point in time? You've been through wins, losses, big moments, adversity.
Yeah, I feel like Nick's one of these guys that if we weren't doing this together, we'd be friends off the field no matter what. We got a lot of the same interests. We see the game very similarly, and at the same time, obviously, when you're in these positions, my job is to make sure not only that we have the best team possible this year, but going forward. And his goal is to maximize every day, every moment. And that's really the head coach GM in every city. I mean, you have two different responsibilities, but feel really fortunate to work with him and the energy that he has and the chemistry that we have.
I caught you because you were coming out here running across the field to say happy birthday to someone that you spotted. I think that's incredible. What is your life like right now in the building, around it? And I got to say, I just want to say, the culture you've built here top to bottom is incredible. I know Lori, to you, to Sirianni, all of it. It is on time. I can't, everything's on schedule. Everything's perfect. And just you literally running to embrace a member of your Eagles family was really beautiful.
Well, there's two parts of that. One, Leanne Hartley, who is one of the more unsung heroes in this organization, very special person who's been here a long time. And to see her, I didn't get a chance to say happy birthday in person, so that. But, one of the reasons that I've been able to be here so long is because of the people. The people not only that we have on the field, but the people we have off the field. We have a great support staff. We have really special people that I love coming to work every day and seeing them. And so it doesn't really feel like a job until we get on the field and the wins and losses start counting, of course. But it's all based on the people. And sometimes I think we think of that just as the players, which are a huge part. Obviously, we can't do anything without our players. But it's also the sports staff. It's also all the people that we get to see on a daily basis who touch the player and bring energy to the players. So they want to come in, too.
Yeah. Let's get to Jason Kelce. I just want to know, when did you start thinking about how the hell you were going to replace him? When? How long ago?
You don't ever replace Jason Kelce.
I'm not saying, but when did you start thinking about this insane thing that was going to come across your desk and be like, well, I got to deal with this now? When did you really start? Be honest.
Yeah, in the 2022 draft, when we drafted Cam Jurgens, and he told me that he was coming back. I could picture him in my office telling me that, and I told him that we were going to draft the center high. And, he said to me, we have a good team, and do you want to take, a first, second, third round pick when I'm playing? And I think from my perspective, and I'm not telling you I'm right, but from my perspective, you could either hear about the ghost of Jason Kelce and hear about all his habits and hear about how he prepared for games and how he played in games and how he was after games, or you can learn seeing him do it. And I said, the benefit of us having somebody in the building who gets to see you do it as opposed to hearing about how you do it is going to help that person have hopefully a 10-year career. And Cam didn't play much in 2022. Last year he got great experience at guard, but I know that he understands what the standard is to be a Pro Bowl, All-Pro center and person, because that Jason's both those things. And so I never regretted kind of doing that, even though maybe at the moment could have used something more. And I know just talking to Cam, he's so appreciative that he had the opportunity to play alongside Jason.
That is a beautiful thing, and obviously an impossible hole to fill. He's around here. Is he here today?
He's not here today.
Are you lying to me?
I think if you follow Philadelphia Eagles social media, Instagram, he's in Paris, France at the Olympics.
Sure he is.
And Jason could come around whenever he wants.
Would he be a great coach? How good of a freaking coach would he be?
I think Jason would be great at anything in football. I think he'd be a heck of an evaluator. I try to recruit him to come work for me too because he can evaluate players.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. When we were in that draft, I gave him a few centers that we really liked, and he came out and said, "I love Cam Jurgens." And luckily, I only give him the players that I like, so he can't like someone else.
You're
and
like,
then
do you
get
like
an argument
cookie
with
dough
him.
or do you like Oreo? Which one? You like
only
them both?
great
Yeah,
options for
okay.
him. But it just obviously him and today at practice, Fletcher Cox was out there looking freaking slim. He looks unbelievable. You don't ever replace those guys, and they're like fingers on your hand. For me, being able to draft those guys and see the Hall of Fame careers they had, and obviously wish they had 2 rings instead of 1, but tremendous careers.
And they're writing me notes over here. They want things to ask you. What does it say? Let me read it. He's a wizard. There's a salary cap. How do you keep? You're a wizard. There's a salary cap. How do you keep doing this?
Your handwriting
Can I see that?
is half awful.
This is Hamilton. Hamilton, come in here. This is ridiculous.
Great show.
He is a wizard. There's a salary cap. How do you keep doing this?
Well, you know what? We got great people running that on a day-to-day basis. I keep coming to them and saying, how do we get great players? How do we fit these guys? And, I think that the good news for us going forward is we still got a lot of picks. And I love the draft. I love that we have at least another second-day pick next year and the year after. And having we got a lot of young players on defense, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you got a chance to see some of them today. But they're really early part of camp. They're standing out, and that's going to be kind of this challenge right here, making sure that our new players, our young players play at the high level because we have a lot of players under contract. I think every one of our starters on offense or most of our starters on offense are all under contract for the next 2 years. So there's an opportunity on defense for leadership for young players to kind of step out and kind of be the next generation.
You have Jalen. He's happy. He's paid. You've got these 2 receivers that seemingly aren't like killing each other for targets. Then you have a Dallas guard. It's like, I like blocking. And then you bring in Saquon and somehow can manage paying this man as well. It is a wizard thing. I don't know how you do, but now let's get to business here. How are we solving the Brandon Graham problem? Because I'm not letting him retire. I don't know what this Jeter shit is, Howie, but it's got to stop.
Well, okay, here's the thing. My first pick as a GM, Brandon Graham. So this guy and the 2 of us kind of been through it together. Great times, some adversity. So I don't know what I'm going to do without him. Talk about losing Kelce, losing Fletch to all these guys. We really had this 4-headed monster with Lane. Of Eagles Hall of Famers, I think, at least 3 of them have a chance to go to the NFL Hall of Fame, not slighting BG in any way. But they live here. They've kind of developed their life around Philly, which to me, when you bring people to this area and then they develop their life around here, that's special too. So I don't think he's going to go far, but the beautiful thing would for him to be ending it the right way, and I'll do whatever I can to help him on that.
He's got to sack Stafford. He's never sacked him. I read it.
Really?
He's like the only quarterback he's never sacked.
We're coming.
He's got
to LA.
He's got a chance
LA.
this year. Maybe
We're
I'll
coming.
see you in
LA.
Right
I will
say you're still. By the way, Howie, let's bring out the violins for Howie Roseman, who's like, I don't know what I'm going to do without my 4-headed monster. If there's one person I'm not worried about, it's Howie Roseman
I don't like
making
the lack
this
of
thing
sympathy.
keep going.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all.
I'm not. Honestly, if you're not involved in the NFL draft, I don't know if I'm watching.
Well,
I'm like, oh, maybe, cool. Yeah, of course I want to see.
Did you hear that, Bob?
Yeah.
I'm a ratings driver.
I'm not kidding. Mr. We all know it. I'm like, well, what's Howie going to do? What tricks?
A lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I'm already having anxiety about next year.
You feeling good about this 2024 class? What's your favorite thing about this team you've built, Howie? Last question.
Yeah, I think the way that they're connecting, the chemistry that we have with talented players, I think, we're trying to figure out our identity, which comes through training camp. My favorite thing about this team is when I walk off the practice field, the whistle blows, everyone gets up, and I get to watch practice like I'm about to do right now.
Okay, there we go. Oh, we're keeping it going.
Whoa,
who do we have? What is going on? Hey,
Jalen! Look at this.
Come say hi.
Look at this.
Come say hi. It's your GM. You're just chilling. How are you?
Hey, Dom, I've never seen you let someone take the wheel.
Oh, my God. You were in the shadows, Big Dom. I didn't even realize it was you.
Action, take the
real star is
thing.
here.
What kind of music? Here we go. It's going to be an R&B song.
Big Dom, what is that? Watch.
Hey, walk off. We're both walking off. All of us walking off, Kay.
Okay, bye. Okay,